Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So in this verse, Duryodhana is addressing to Dronacharya that it is the verse number 10. So, Aparyaptam tadasmakam bhalam bhishmabhirakshidam paryaptam tu idam etesham bhalam bhimabhirakshidam. So here two things are there. One is aparyaptam. In the second line it is paryaptam. Aparyaptam means unlimited. Paryaptam means limited. So aparyaptam tada ashmakam. So tadashmakam means ours. Ashmakam means ours. Our army is unlimited. Aparyaptam. Why? Bhalam Bhishmabhirakshidam. Because it is protected by Bhishma Dev. On the other hand, Paryaptam is very limited. Who? Yadashmakam. That the Pandavas. The Pandavas are actually very limited. Paryaptam tu idam etesham. So he is actually very much limited. In other words, the Pandavas. Why? Because bhalam bhimabhirakshidam. Because it is protected, this entire army, entire army was protected by Bhima. Now we have to understand that the two members are equally powerful, in fact. Bhima has 10,000 elephants strength. But minus point is that he does not have a blessings of his father. That whenever he desired to die, he may die. But Dharma is with him. On the other side, Bhishma Deva has the blessings of his father Shantanu. That he would choose, or he can choose whenever he wants to die. So the death is according to his choice. Somehow or other he was pleased with his son because his son helped him to get Satyavati Mataji as his father's wife. And the renunciation that he had was very surprising, outrageous, because nobody can make such a vow that he will remain or he would remain as a lifelong brahmachari. Because of that, the father obligated to him. The father told, how could you do this? Why did you do that for my happiness? So because of that tyaga, we have to understand from every tyaga, we are only going to benefit. So much you are detached from the material concept of life, you will be profited by spiritual essence. There won't be any loss. You always get something from Krishna, but you have to ready to give up your material attachment. What is material attachment? Our attachment for our children, our wife, our husband, our car, our mansion, our wealth, bank balance, food, drinks. Because we are attached to those articles, we are unable to take up the process of devotional service. Because in the devotional service, there are so much tyaga. Some renunciation has to be done. Because in devotional service, the way of life is according to Krishna's direction, the Supreme Lord's direction. the supreme absolute truth, Parabrahman's direction. We don't want to take that. We want to do our own things and get the same blessings from the Lord. How is that possible? You break all the laws of the government and think that I need to have the cooperation or the facilities from the government. How would they give? Whether it is state government or central government. Only taxpayers are identified. The non-taxpayers, unless they are really poor, may be taken care, but not realistically. The taxpayers have some kind of benefit. This is just an example. So more we actually cooperate with the Supreme Lord, more we actually advance. Therefore, Lord actually says in Bhagavad Gita, Ye yadamam prabhadyante tamstadaima bhajamiham. As they surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. The proportion that you surrender, you cooperate with the Supreme Lord, the Lord actually rewards you. So here, Bhishma Dev, for material reasons, also he renounced. Just for material reasons, nothing to do with the Krishna consciousness. He just renounced, but his father gave him Ichha Mrityu. It is called Ichha Mrityu. Whenever he wants to die, he can die. But on the other hand, Bhima was pushed to the Ganges river after poisoning him. He was practically dead. He was dead. His life was given back. Why? Because he had the protection of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Because of that, from the death, he came back to life. So there, Father's benediction, here the Supreme Lord's benediction. So the Supreme Lord's benediction brought him even from the death. But Father's, he can die when you like to die. That's all. But death is sure. Therefore, Pandavas were glorified all over the place because of their dedication and surrender to the Supreme Lord. So here, Duryodhana is actually telling, Sanjay is relying to Dhritarashtra, that, O grandsire, that your power is immeasurable, aparyapta, unlimited. But Bhima, just bogus, is very limited, paryaptam. So, Bhima virakshitam, bhalam Bhima virakshitam. So, his protection of his army is not so strong. So here we understand that Duryodhana never ever appreciated Bhima's strength. He always thought Bhima is very foolish and less intelligent person. He never gave him any kind of appreciation or grade. He always thought he is a very foolish person. He has only such a big body, but he has no brain. But I have the brain, and I have all these members. Actually speaking, the Acharya says, Duryodhana began to feel fearfulness, seeing the beautiful formation of the Pandavas, even though they are very less in numbers. 5, 6 Akshogini divisions, different. Quantity is very large. The soldiers, horses, elephants, chariots, and the powerful commanders, Maharathis. Even then, he had little fear. No, real fear. But he was trying to hide that. and making sure that no, 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 he's convincing himself, no, 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 I have my grandsire to protect me and our army, right? So I shouldn't be foolishly carried away by the illusion that the Pandavas are going to be the winners. No, we are going to be the winners. So here we understand that though Bhishma is very powerful, very experienced, learned all the art, even invoking Pashupatastra, Brahmastra, all kinds of weapons he could invoke, but he had a deficiency. That deficiency is that he is supporting the adharma. Therefore, in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 10th chapter of first canto, Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport that even Bhishma, like great personality, because Bhishma is one of the 12 Mahajans. There are 12 Mahajans, means great authorities in the universe who knows perfectly the Dharma. Now, because even though he knew, despite his understanding of what is Dharma, what is Adharma, he had taken the side of Adharma. Therefore, the Acharya, Srila Prabhupada said that even if Bhishma-like personality take the wrong side, though he may be a devotee, he will be killed. So he was actually a devotee of the Lord. Because Mahajan means he has to know A to Z of the Vedic literature. Because his spiritual master in teaching Vedas is Brihaspati. Archery, Parashuram. So many sages, Mother Ganga asked them to teach my son, Bhishma. So they all taught him. At that time he was not a Bhishma. He had his younger name. When he was young, when he was a child, he was given a particular name. I will tell you later. So this is Bhishma's position. So, and that is Bhima's position. Bhima has the blessings of the Supreme Lord. Bhishma has the blessings of the mortal being like Father Shantanu. It doesn't work. So even if you have blessings of so many people of your family or great grandsire in your family blessed you, doesn't match that if a devotee is a devotee of the Lord, he has always the blessings of the Supreme Lord. So that is what we have to catch up. Not this mortal being's blessings is going to do any good to us. But the blessings of the Supreme Lord is going to do all good. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. We will continue in the next verse.